This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
What up, Doe Family? So, you've been doing some research, you done watched a few videos, and you want to start your NEMT transportation business. You done did a little bit of research, a little market research here and there, and you want to know, okay, well, how long is this process going to take me? Well, guess what? This video is just for you. We're going to go over some details on how long it's going to take you to start your non-emergency medical transportation business and a few easy steps. Let's get into it. What up, Doe Family? So let's get into this video and let's talk about what exactly is a time frame. If you want to start a non-emergency medical transportation business, most people that come into this industry think that maybe I can get in here and it takes me about 30 days, you know what I'm saying, maybe a month. So I'm here to dispel that myth and just give you some information that's going to help you prepare yourself for the process. You know, there's certain processes that you have to go through in order for you to achieve, you know what I'm saying, full compliance with starting your non-emergency medical transportation or private transportation business. And you know, first is understanding basically the time frame and the steps that you need to go through in order for you to achieve, I'm saying, these your end goal. And your end goal is eventually is to get your vehicle on the road and to transport people. Okay, so let's go over a few things to help you understand, you know what I'm saying, this time frame on what it takes to get your business started. So in the beginning, you know, as we always talk about things, you can start off by getting your employer identification number. Okay, so during that process, you do that online. Okay, when you go online to irs.gov, you fill out the application. The application literally only takes about 10 minutes or less, and you can get that immediately. So that's one thing that you do not have to wait for. So you can go over to irs.gov to get your employer identification number. Okay, that's one of the things that you can do that's going to eliminate some of that waiting time. Okay, so head over to irs.gov to get your employer identification number. Again, that you can get that employer identification number Monday through Friday. Let me put a disclaimer on that. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can get that immediately once you finish the application. Next, we want to talk about, as we always talk about, which is market research. Now, when you're doing your market research, this can vary as far as time frame go. You don't want to put a rush process on this particular doing your due diligence. Okay, so I would say usually doing this process, I would say take about 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying, to do your market research, maybe even longer. It depends on, you know what I'm saying, if you got the all the information. If you're a full-time worker right now, or if you're a part-time worker, or whatever the case may be, if you got time on your hands to spend in this particular process, which is market research, then by all means you can get it done within whatever time you're allotted. But if you are a working individual, like most people that start off in this particular industry, then I would say do some thorough research, and I would say that mainly try to do this in like 2 weeks. You know, because I'm going to go over a few things, just because, you know what I'm saying, this might take some time. So one, you want to determine the type of client that you want to service. So that would take for you going into these medical facilities and seeing what type of thing that they do not offer. Okay, so what if they don't offer wheelchair in one of these medical facilities? Well, then that may give you a indication that maybe I can purchase me a used wheelchair accessible vehicle so I can, you know, service these particular clients. Okay, so that's going into these facilities, really going in there, speaking to somebody, shaking their hand. You know, I'm talking about getting familiar with these particular medical facilities. So that can be, you know, time consuming. You can do this over the phone, but it's more to get I would say go a one-on-one, you know, personal relationship with these people. So you can determine your clients and the services that you want to provide. Again, that goes back to maybe you want to reach out to Department of Health and Human Services, and maybe set up an appointment to go speak to the social worker that's the head of, you know, transportation, you know, that sets up the transportation for these school districts and things of that nature. So maybe you want, you know what I'm saying, maybe you want to set up an appointment, and maybe you can't get that appointment the same day, and it's like a week and a half out. So again, all these particular processes may take some time. So that's what I'm trying to tell you when you're doing these particular if you're thinking you can get this done in like 2 weeks, I'm here to let you know it's not going to work. It's not going to work for you, at least. You know what I'm saying? Be patient in this particular industry because it's going to take some time. Okay. Also, licensing and certifications. Okay. Licensing depends on how long it takes, what particular licensing that you may need. Certifications means you have to go into some particular class, or you may be virtual. So whatever the case may be, they hold those classes probably every day, and it might be like a 4-week course or certification. Okay, so that lets you know that the way you at least going to be in this particular course or certification for 4 weeks. So this is why doing your due diligence is really, really, really important. So it'll give you a general idea of, okay, what type of time frame am I looking for? Right now we're in the month of March. Okay, if we say like 5 months from now, what would that be? If we're in the month of March right now, that would be somewhere around what, August or September. So that gives you a general idea. Okay, maybe I could be done with this particular process in around September, and I could be on the road, or maybe on the road in less time. Okay, you also we want to know what type of service provider are you going to be? Are you going to be ambulatory? Meaning, are you going to be taking people in your like personal vehicle, four-wheel vehicle? Is it going to be a wheelchair accessible vehicle? Are you going to do stretcher? Are you going to do gurney? Okay, those type of services require a little bit more training, but you know that will give you a general idea. Okay, well, I need to put more effort into, you know what I'm saying, this part of my business so I can knock this out because it requires more time. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's important for market research. When you see everybody on YouTube talking about do your market research or do your research, that's basically exactly what they mean. Because this will give you, the new people that's coming into the industry, the confidence and the know-it-all to know that, okay, well, I got to put this much time into these particular categories in order for me to get my business off the ground. Because when brokers are not responding to you and things like that, and you're like, I put in my application 2 months ago and I still haven't heard anything from them. Okay, well, that particular broker is probably really busy, and or you know what I'm saying, they might be just backed up, or your application got lost in the sauce. You might need to, you know what I'm saying, contact them. So that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, we're giving you this time frame, just to give you an understanding that it doesn't come easy, but you still got to work at it. You know what I'm saying? So don't do what you can do today, tomorrow. Do that shit today. So don't. What up, Doe Family? So look, we have a newsletter, NEMT University .substack. We have a newsletter. We're building a community over there. If you are interested in learning more and you want to get behind the scenes, all, you know, extra information that we cannot or don't have time to put on all the rest of these social media platforms, come join us at that community, because we're doing a lot of giveaways, and we're building a community over there to help you get a better understanding and some one-on-one with resources and everything over there at NEMT University. Check out the link in the description and get signed up. You know what I'm talking about? Because we're building something special over there. You know what I'm talking about? Say, Lou. Don't wait. When I explain things like this too in consultations, it's just to give you a better understanding of, okay, well, there's work to be done, and if you want this to be done by a certain period of time, then just know that you have to be working at it. Okay, we already talked about EIN number. Okay, now next, what we're setting up your business entity. All states are different as far as, you know, when you set up your LLC or your sole proprietorship or your DBA or your corporation, but you want to go to your Secretary of State's website, and then you want to, you know, file the proper application and pay your application fee for that particular, whatever business entity you're setting up. Now, in the state of Michigan, where I'm at, okay, it usually takes about 2 weeks for the business or organization, articles of organization, everything to be set up and mailed back to you via email, and have your business set up. I don't know what it is in other states, but I would generally give you a idea of like 10 to 14 days, you know what I'm saying, to get that business entity set up, unless you pay for the expedited service. Expedited service in Michigan is like $100. If you want it done like within the 24-hour period, it's like $500. So it all depends on how fast you want, you know what I'm saying, this process to go for you. know what I'm saying? If you got money to pay and money to play, then I would say go ahead. But I would waste waste my money to get these services expedited when you can get it, free within that time frame. But if you have, like I said, if you have the means to do it, by all means, go ahead and do it. But once you go to your Secretary of State, that time frame, like I said, is usually around 10 to 14 days before you get your articles of organization back, to you, and your business is set up in the state's website, in the state system. So when people look for you, like Medicaid and brokers, they can find you because you're already in the system because it has been approved. Next, you do your business checking and savings account. Okay, so once you get your articles of organization or incorporation or any type of paperwork saying that your business entity is all set up and ready to go, then you take it to whatever bank that you want to take it to. And usually, I ain't gonna say usually, in most cases, you get your business checking and savings account information, and checks once you leave your particular bank. So that can be done immediately, as long as you have your deposit to set up your business checking and or savings account. You can get all that taken care of the same day once you take yourself over to your bank. Next we're going to talk about vehicle insurance. This is where it gets kind of tricky, because this is going to be like one of the most expensive things that we have to pay out on a monthly basis, and it gets kind of costly. So with that being said, you want to shop around. You want to speak with different agents and or insurance brokers that can shop around you the best rates that will help you in your scenario as far as your financials go. So that process, it can take from 1 to 2 weeks, but you want to make sure that you shop around. That's the key. You want to shop around. You want to make sure you shop around, because this is something that you're going to have to pay on a monthly basis. So you don't want to be stuck, paying one price where you could have got a different price, maybe like $100, $200 cheaper. So whatever it takes for you to get the best insurance company, vehicle insurance, commercial auto insurance, take as much time as you can to find the person that best fits you and your business model. And I would say researching this, I would say within like a week or two, you can get this all done. Next, now let's talk about the provider enrollment application. Okay, this is where you introduce your business to the state. Basically, my name of my business is Get You There and Back Transportation. Type of service that I provide ambulatory services and wheelchair services. Okay, and then you also be letting them know the hours of operation. What county are you in? I am in Wayne County. Do you have a building, or are the vehicles going to be housed at a particular location? Do you have any type of licensing or certifications that you want to let us know about? Okay, so those are the things that you want to know during that process. The provider enrollment application process is free in most cases. And then that process takes about 120 to 180 days. So with that being said, while you're doing everything else during this process, just know when you submit your application for the provider enrollment application process, this particular process can take you anywhere from 4 to 6 months, depending on how efficient and fast these particular states are working in that particular at that particular time. Excuse me. So I don't want nobody to get discouraged because you're thinking one thing and then it all pans out to be it's going to be like a 6-month process. Give you an example. I just did a consultation with a family or husband and wife duo in Hawaii, and they just reached back out to me about maybe a week and a half ago, and they basically, the state of Hawaii let them know that process is going to be about 180 day process. So instead of the 120 that's like really like the standard, they're going to the max. out in Hawaii to do 180 days for that application process. So with that being said, is just be aware that this process can take a little bit of time. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna be some time. You know, there's no way around it. Okay, just so you know that. I mean, you can call them and check the process. You know what I'm saying? Check the status of the application and things of that nature. Make sure you're not missing anything or you need to add anything. But for the most part, just know that it's going to be about 120 to 180 days. Next, we want to talk about the National Provider Identifier Number. If you ever heard me talk about it before, we have a short acronym for it, NPI. NPI. So your National Provider Identifier Number, you can go to cms.gov and fill out that application. It's a 3-page application. It's pretty much self-explanatory. I have a video on my YouTube channel that helps you go through the process. But the key component in that in an NPI application is make sure you fill out everything pertaining to an organization, not an individual. I have learned and spoken to several people that fill out the application as an individual, and you're not a doctor, you're not a nurse practitioner, you're not a medical assistant, you're not anybody that's providing service of that nature. You are an organization that is providing transportation services for your business. So your organization. So when you fill out this application for the NPI application, again, fill it out as an organization. Okay. After that, we want to talk about brokers. Okay. Now, this is where it gets kind of it's a little kind of iffy with me. Now, brokers, I respect in the fact that I want everybody to start off with a broker because they allow you to get clients, right? Help you start off, and you don't have to worry about, where am I going to get my clients from, Dante? I'm not sure. I just got my business started, but how am I going to get my clients? Okay, well, this will help you in that particular aspect. When you're working with a broker, okay, you'll be provided with those Medicaid clients, and this will allow you to work within the industry, see how it works and operates, and then you get familiar with these medical facilities, these hospitals, doctor's offices, clinics, all the school districts. This will help you with that particular instance. Only thing about I guess with the brokers also is their communication. From what I've been hearing, I haven't worked with brokers in a minute, but what I've been hearing is their communication is really lackluster. So with that being said, the broker process, it takes around 120 to 180 days as well. So I know somebody that did this, I believe it was like 5 or 6 months ago, and they still haven't heard from the brokers. And they're wondering, like, okay, well, what's going on? Should I reach out to them? And they said they reached out to them several times and still haven't got any return feedback, meaning no email, no return phone call, or anything of that nature. So they're kind of, worried that they're not going to be able to start their business, and they can start the business, but they don't know how to get their own, clients. And that's where, they having a dilemma at. But in all, just know these brokers are really busy, and they may have one of those departments that's ahead of communicating with people that's lacking the I would say the support or staff to handle those questions. So I would say I would reach out to, I would hope Model Care, anybody sees this video, just to let you know that there's a lot of providers out here that's reaching out to you guys and want to work and partner with you guys, but they're not getting any type of communication and they don't know where to go. So what would be an ideal situation is if you have a separate 800 number that somebody can directly call you guys to communicate with you, to check on the status of the application, because it's very I don't know what the word is. It's not enough. There's not no technology or some way of they can have a direct communication with you guys to check on their application. So if you can work on that, Model Care, VO, Access to Care, MTM, National Provider, all of those companies, you guys and providers should be able to have some type of way to communicate. But again, to partner with those brokers, again, I would say stay on their head. Do whatever you got to do. If you got to send an email every day, flood the emails out. Once it gets close to that like 180 day point, and you still haven't heard any type of communication, I would start giving them something around like 150 days. Start emailing them, start blasting with telephone calls. I would even go to a point where I'm at the 45th day, just to check and see if, am I missing anything? Do I need to update, any information? Did I leave anything out on my application? Just so I can, know where I'm at as far as the status of my application. That's one of the things that you could do. And finally, we're going to talk about the NEMT application fee. Okay, there's an application that we all submit. Some states do not have an application fee. Some do have an application fee. Okay, but the application process, where you're filling out the application, you let them know the services that you provide, the state that you're going to be in, type of vehicle that you have, hours of operation, things of that nature. Okay, that processing time usually is like 8 to 12 weeks. Okay, in most states. So it may be a little bit different in other states, but just to give you a general idea, you can go around the 8 to 12 week processing time. And so if you total that all up, just for those different particular subjects that we were just discussing, I would say to be all in and from start to finish, just to be banking on that you're going to be in this for the long haul for about 6 months. Just to give you a general idea of how we can, pan out for you. So hopefully that helps you. This is the video to let you know what you should expect, when you're coming into this industry. But when you get on the other side, just know that it's going to be a beautiful thing. That the clients will start rolling in, the business will start rolling in, and things will start, going a little bit smoother. But that initial hurdle of getting over that hump can be, a process. You be thinking like, man, these motherfuckers got me fucked up. Like, I done did everything right. Yeah, they still not returning my calls. I'm leaving voicemails, I'm sending emails. Like, what the fuck is going on at these goddamn broker's office or the state? Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't send me no return mail to my mailbox to let me know if I did something wrong or right. I understand. So that's why I brought this video to you. So until the next one, love and light. Salute.